Mark Shannon is suing his ex-girlfriend Isabel Hinton in the amount of $832.59. Mr. Shannon claims he took out a payday loan to fix Ms. Hinton's car. Ms. Hinton claims the plaintiff damaged her car, so he should be responsible for the loan.
Mark and Isabel, you all were lovers at one time. And now you're in the court suing her. Why? Tell me why.
I took out a payday loan to fix Isabel Hinton's car. About 2 years ago, we started dating. 8 months into the relationship, we moved in together. I have to say it was love at first sight when I first met her. I fell in love with her beauty, her smarts, her sense of humor.
She's blushing.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
Blushing.
It's the truth. I mean, I thought she was the one, and I say that sincerely. Upon moving in together, we had a verbal agreement to essentially split utilities, rent, food down the middle. That is when she had the money, of course.
When you say that's when she had the money, were there times when she couldn't
contribute?
Yes,
Yes, her income wasn't steady. She was a waitress, and she was also a student, so she didn't work full time.
Okay, but so you picked up the slack.
Yeah, I'm a construction worker, so I, pretty good paying job.
All right.
Right.
All right. Was it love at first sight?
I can agree to that, yes.
On your part?
Yeah, when I first saw him, we actually met through a mutual friend. I was studying on campus, and she introduced us. He was kind of shy, so he had her walk up to me and kind of say, hey, he thinks you're cute. So from there, we chit-chatted, had some coffee, and we kind of didn't spend any days apart from that day, so.
Oh, this sounds lovely. All right, so back to the case.
Right, so we moved in together, and the motivation behind that is to save money. She moved into my apartment. Like I said, she was a student. It was economical for her to move in because she was there all the time anyway. We were inseparable. So a month into living together, I was unfortunately in a bad car accident.
Oh.
Car was totaled.
I'm sorry.
It wasn't my fault. I was rear-ended. I received a check from the insurance. It wasn't enough for me to get a new car. So that was a wrench in me getting back and forth to work. Isabel graciously allowed me to use her car, being that her job or place of employment was 2 blocks away.
So that's what happened?
That's true, yes.
Okay.
Right, so immediately upon using the car, I noticed that the check engine light is on. Mind you, it's an older car, so maintenance and upkeep is important.
Your Honor,
Yes.
So
the car's not old, and the check engine light he brought to my attention a week after having my vehicle.
again, it's an older model car, 2007. I mean, I would consider that not new, but...
Well, we agree it's not a new car.
It's not new.
All right.
It's not old.
And, not new, not old, all right. But the point is that the engine light came on. You're saying he brought it to your attention a week
after.
after he started using the car?
Correct.
That's just not true, Your Honor. It was in my interest to make sure that the car was kept because that was the only way to get back and forth to work. So I noticed that immediately. Thereupon, I took it to the mechanic to have it diagnosed. Came back that the oxygen sensor needed to be replaced.
Oxygen sensor?
Sensor, yes.
Okay. All right, whatever that is, but okay.
$200. We were both struggling for cash at the time. So I go back home, I have the conversation with Isabel because it is her car. I let her know, listen, check engine light was on. It's gonna cost $200 to get the oxygen sensor replaced. The part itself is $50, so it's $150 for labor. I told her that in the past I had replaced oxygen sensors. In fact, her owner's manual suggested that it was a do-it-yourself thing. And so me being the hands-on guy that I am, I work in construction, I'm good with my hands, took her owner's manual with her approval.
Wait, this is important. You all have this conversation?
We have this conversation. He assures me that he's an expert. He assures me he's done this before. He assures me that it's been flawless.
Okay. All right, so fast forward, you make the repair.
Right. I made the repair. The car is working perfectly for a week.
For a week?
For a week. And then things go a little haywire. Black smoke starts emitting, starts shaking, and all of a sudden, the car stops working.
Oh, goodness.
You know, I get the car towed to the mechanic, the same mechanic that we used to get the oxygen sensor diagnosed. Call Isabel immediately. She's at work. She comes, meets me at the mechanic. The diagnostic test is ran. The catalytic converter is busted.
Oh, mercy. Oh,
So,
goodness.
yeah.
So now we're talking about how much money in repairs?
What turned from a $200 problem became a $1,800 fix.
$1,800.
Yes, it was $1,800.
Wow. And what do you have to say about all this, Isabel?
That's where the payday loan comes into play. So I'm upset, rightfully so. It's his fault. He assured me that it's going to be a flawless job. I know what I'm doing, babe. This will be fine. Whereas we find ourselves with the car.
Flawless.
Coming up on The Verdict with Judge Hatchett.
Black smoke was coming out, so I ran another test and I saw that this time not only was the oxygen sensor still wrong, he had a problem with the catalytic converter. And the reason why the catalytic converter was an issue was because he didn't put the sensor in correctly.
And later,
The group photo is shown on the wall. However, her dress reflected so much that she didn't show up on the picture.
closed captioning provided by. If you'll be